This is the OASIS News Organization. Oh no.
Today's report's about building a deck. No, it's not a deck, it's a porch. Decks are on battleships. I've got a back porch. Here's the back of the cabin. It looks pretty good from about 15 feet away, but that's kind of like those girls in a dark bar that look pretty good from about 15 feet away. But I guess they say the same thing about me. I'm all about repurposing down here at the Oasis, so I got that little wooden stool there, and that was my first staircase. In the beginning, the Lord said, "Groovy, why don't you try to use that damn level the right way?" So I read the instructions and I followed the Lord's advice. And I'm trying to use that level to the best of my ability throughout this next project of the cabin. Right there off to the right, I've got a 4x4 treated post, which is going to be the first support for that section right there. And if you're like me, you watch a bunch of YouTube and they say, dig holes. Oh, hell no. To start with, the soil down here at the Oasis is gravel, and I do not dig holes. I do not shovel stuff. I do not have a post hole digger. I consider all of that work, and I strive to stay away from work here in Pea Cox County. This is a good use of a shovel, although here in Pea Cox County we never get any snow. The absolute best use of a shovel by a fellow named Justin Johnson. He made himself a 3-string shovel guitar, and this old boy can play the ever-loving life out of that guitar. I like this fella. You need to check him out. I set my perimeter post, and then I put 2x4s around there. Well, that's wrong. You're supposed to put the 2x4s on top of the 4x4s so that the weight will be distributed onto the 4x4s. But hell, this is oh no. I can live with it. I think you can too. That's 6 feet across there and support those 2x4s, of which I know they should be 2x6s, but I'm working with, what am I working with? I'm working with curb lumber, and I've got a lot of 2x4s. Well, the support is this landscape timber. So I cut them to size, and I put them on a brick and stick under there. Now you see there's a flat side on that landscape timber. So I line it up with 2x4 flat right there. I put a piece of wood, screw a piece of wood onto the 2x4, and it's hanging down lower than the 2x4 because it's a 2x6. Then I screw that into the landscape timber, which is sitting on top of a brick. Using that 1x6 wood keeps me from having to buy any kind of metal gadgets to hold everything together. Now there's about 40 supports underneath that porch right there, times, I don't know, $1, $2. Keep it cheap, stupid. I have a back porch. It's actually level. I can walk on it. I don't fall through. I have lots of room to pile up stuff. Did you have a plan for your back porch? Well, I did, and one of them was to have an outdoor kitchen. Well, while I was junking up there in Dallas, I ran across these two, all the kind of workbench looking things. I went, there's my outdoor kitchen. A kitchen needs a sink. So while I was out junking, I ran across this stainless steel sink just like the one at home, and I thought this will be great. So I cut a hole in a piece of plywood, stuck it in there, and caulked it all up, and oh boy, now I can wash dishes off the grid. I never got around to hooking up any kind of water source to it, so in 2.5 years, I've never used the damn thing. But by God, I've got a sink on my back porch. What, VD? Oh, very observant. That's why we make such a good pair. I left out a step. I didn't put the floor down. Well, I had a bunch of, what were they? They were 1x6s, 1x4s. I don't know what they were. Anyway, I had a whole pile of those from, curb lumber. And I screwed them all down. And if you need to know how to screw a board down to another board, change the channel. Job well done, Groovy. I'm getting ready to leave. I painted the back wall. I painted the floor. Put the tarp over my outdoor kitchen, which I've never used. I've got curb furniture sitting up there, all nice and orderly, plenty of room. We'll take a look at what it looks like now. No, it's not that bad, but you know what? It seems like the more space I have, the more crap I pile up. And then I go, well, I need to do this, this, and this, and straighten this up. And I don't know, down here at the OASIS, I've got a tradition that says if you don't want to do it, well, don't do it. So I'm afraid my back porch might end up looking like this hoarder's back porch. After building this porch, I observed that it's facing west and it's very hot in the afternoon. So right next to that porch that I built, I put a piece of curb furniture on the dirt with some cushions, and that's where I chill out from about 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Hell, I didn't need to build that porch after all. It may seem to you like I did all this in one trip, but it certainly didn't. It took me from March 2nd, 2017 to June 27th, 2017, which is 4 months, about 6 trips. That's the pace I work at. How about you? Today's report about the back porch is dedicated to the band CREEDENCE CLEARWATER REVIVAL. Their album, Cosmo's Factory. The song, Looking Out My Back Door, or maybe back porch. The lyric, there's a giant doing cartwheels, a statue wearing high heels. Look at all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. An old Kenwood stereo, listening to Willie Nelson. Do, sitting on my back porch. I hope you've got a back porch. I hope you've got some kind of music playing back there. And if you look real hard, you might see some happy creatures in your back lawn too. Hell, I do.
Remember, Onos, world peace begins at home.